workers are considered workers with English as a second language and perhaps low literacy skills, or workers that wouldn't readily read a warning symbol or sign and understand the meaning. So using pictograms to try to convey a message, you would represent the hazard or control through a picture that is universally understood regardless of language.
So before we dive in, we should probably sort out what it means when we talk about pictograms.
In our development of the pictograms, from the literature review, we knew that for pictograms to be effective, they needed to tell a story. They needed to tell the worker what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. And that's where the concept of pairing the pictograms came from. So we have a pictogram that tells the worker what the hazard is, and we pair that with a pictogram that tells them what to do to avoid that hazard. And that story came from our experts and from the workers themselves. When we did the focus groups, we had these 3 different control options available for. We focused on MSDs because it is the top injury, one of the top 4 hazards in the province of Ontario, and it has a particular effect in restaurants.
As a kinesiologist and ergonomist, MSDs play a big role in my work and my interest, and especially in communicating it to this type of a population. And in this field we see quite a bit of physically demanding work. So trying to communicate the risks involved in that work and the methods that perhaps workers can use themselves to alleviate that is quite important. And we felt that the pictograms was a really good way to convey the message of risk and control behaviors to avoid that risk.
So you'll see we developed a training program that focused on all workers, including supervisors. So that provided some baseline information that everyone could use within the workplace. It told them about MSDs at a very high level. It told them specifically about the hazards that we were trying to address, that the workplace helped identify and the statistics helped us identify. And then we told them what the hazards and controls were, and then how they could use that information in their workplace.
So immediately before the intervention they had mean scores of about 81%, and then immediately after they had 92%. And
I think right now probably the biggest success is just that change in knowledge. Once these workers are empowered through knowledge, then they can start to change some of those other factors.
The greatest success of this project was actually going a step further in understanding how to address the needs of ESL, English as a second language workers, and those with low literacy rates. We know it's a challenge in our Ontario workplaces. There's lots of information about that, and taking this step into that area where there hasn't been a lot of research has been probably our greatest success. We have information now that we can share. We learned about what worked and what didn't work in the environment. We know what we need to do. That's just one step on the road to 0 accidents, injuries, and illnesses.